Alright, Gen V fans, hold on tight, because Episode 7 just turned everything we thought we knew upside down. And I mean everything. You thought Cipher was the ultimate villain. You thought you understood his plan? Well, guess what, you were wrong. Dead wrong. Cipher wasn't even Cipher. Not really. And the person pulling the strings? None other than Thomas Godolkin himself. The man behind the mask, the shadow in the background, the ultimate puppet master. I don't know about you, but when I realized that, I literally leaned back and said, wait. Seriously, how many of us saw clues all season but ignored them because we didn't want to believe it? Cipher acting weird. No V in his system. That wasn't a glitch, that was a trap. A setup for one of the most mind-bending reveals this season. And here's the kicker, Marie walks right into it. Her powers, her hero complex, her insistence on saving everyone. It made her the perfect target. Honestly, I kind of admire the writers here. This was like chess on steroids. And yes, I am fully prepared to break down every single twist, trap, and betrayal, so grab your popcorn. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe because you do not want to miss the secrets we're about to uncover. Now, let's unpack why this episode is such a roller coaster. First, Thomas Godolkin controlling Cipher isn't just a reveal, it's a seismic shake. Cipher, just a decoy. A pawn, his real identity, Doug. Yes, a guy fired from Blockbuster, turned unwilling vessel for Godolkin's twisted supremacy plan. The stakes. Mind-blowing. Marie believes she's healing a weak Thomas to save the group, but in reality, she's literally resurrecting the most dangerous villain in Gen V, and everyone else. Completely unaware. Think about it, if Godolkin succeeds, the entire school, the heroes, the students, even the ones we trust the most, are vulnerable. Polarity, Kate, Sam, Jordan, Greg, all in the crosshairs. And don't get me started on the moral dilemma Marie faces. Do you heal a man who could destroy everyone just because you believe in second chances? Or do you risk letting your friends fight against a ticking time bomb without support? That tension is insane. So, let me ask you, if you were Marie, would you heal him or leave him to die? And be honest, would you even survive the guilt if things went south? Comment below. I want to see your theories. Personally, I'd be screaming, nope, not today, Thomas, and hiding under the nearest desk. But Marie, she walks straight into danger like it's a morning stroll. Hero complex. Maybe. Navi, absolutely. Genius. Surprisingly, yes. And that's what makes her arc so fascinating. Also, can we talk about the irony here? Cipher, the so-called terrifying villain, ends up being a guy named Doug from Blockbuster. I mean, come on, only Gen V would make a Blockbuster employee into a global threat. I'm not even mad, just impressed at this level of storytelling audacity. Here's the forbidden knowledge part. Godolkin's control over Cipher wasn't just psychological, it was superpowered. From his fragile, almost dead state, he was able to project his influence through Cipher and beyond, linking to multiple people, multiple chains, manipulating events from the shadows. Every move Marie made, every fight the others had with Cipher, every hesitation, all orchestrated. It's a level of villainy that makes you both terrified and awestruck. And when Marie finally heals him, that moment is chilling. Godolkin, back in control of his body, says, I'm not him, and suddenly, the stakes are cosmic. He now has full access to his power and his philosophy. Only gods, only the supremely powerful deserve to walk among humans. Everyone else, disposable, Hempel, dead. And the calling of the herd begins. The subtle foreshadowing we saw all season clicks into place. Cipher's words from earlier, they weren't his. They were Godolkin's voice echoing through him, and Kate. She's the only one who recognizes it. The shock on her face says it all. So here's a question for you. Who is the sacrifice Godolkin hinted at? Is it Polarity? Maybe one of Marie's closest friends? Or is Anif's vision foreshadowing something even more terrifying? Keep that in mind, because the finale is going to shred every expectation. Let's break down the key arcs. Marie hero complex gone wild. She uses her powers even on her friends to get what she wants. Heals Godolkin, heals Polarity, and in doing so, unknowingly empowers the ultimate villain. Hypercrite or strategic genius? I'm leaning genius, but the guilt's coming, and it's going to hit hard. Kate, moral compass, still pure at heart, but vulnerable, no powers. Godolkin might see her as disposable, betrayal, possibly. Survival instinct, definitely. Emma and Sam, the love triangle subplot, less consequential, but emotionally relevant. Sam has history, Emma gravitates to Greg, yet her final choice may surprise us. Polarity and Jordan, finally unleashing full powers. Watching them control abilities is both impressive and terrifying. And trust me, their strength isn't going to save them from Godolkin's cunning if he chooses to target them. And just when you think you've wrapped your head around the chaos, remember, this isn't the finale. Dolkin's power, rising, Marie's moral struggle, intensifying, the visions, foreshadowing real bloodshed. Cipher, done as a decoy, but the psychological scars remain. Every scene loops back to one question: who will survive, who will fall, and who will make the ultimate sacrifice? Honestly, the tension here is like a coiled spring. You can feel it in every line of dialogue, every shocked expression, every panicked glance. And let me tell you, we are not even halfway through the ride. The finale is shaping up to be apocalyptic. All right, now let's talk about the chaos that erupted inside Cipher's home. Or should I say, inside Dolkin's trap. Picture this polarity: Sam, Jordan, and Greg, each of them grappling with their powers, their doubts, their fear, fighting what they think is the ultimate threat: Cipher. And meanwhile, Marie is sneaking down to the basement, driven by her hero complex and her unshakable belief that she can fix what's broken. It's genius storytelling because we're watching a multi-layered chess match unfold in real time. Polarity finally unleashes his full strength, using his powers in ways we hadn't seen before. And let's be honest, watching someone manipulate energy, that effectively is pure eye candy. But here's the kicker. None of that actually matters to Godolkin. Every move they make plays directly into his hands. The more they struggle, the more he feeds off it. It's like watching ants fight over crumbs while the lion sits patiently, waiting for the right moment. And speaking of right moments, the moment Marie touches Godolkin with her healing powers. Pure cinematic brilliance. That single act meant to save ends up awakening a monster. She heals a man who moments ago was literally on the verge of death. And suddenly, he rises. Not as the broken human she thought she could fix, but as a full-blown godlike threat with a philosophy more extreme than anyone anticipated. No. Let's talk about Annabeth's vision. Because if you missed this, you missed potential spoilers for the finale. There's a moment where she sees Marie lying in a pool of blood. At first glance, you think it's from the confrontation with Cipher, right? But here's my theory. It's not Marie's blood. No way. I believe this is foreshadowing the big sacrifice Godolkin mentioned earlier. Could it be Jordan? Could it be Kate? Or maybe even Polarity? Think about it. The show has been building this tension all season. Marie's powers are enormous, but she's emotionally vulnerable. The ones closest to her, the ones she cares about, are exactly who Godolkin might target. It's classic manipulation. And the vacant look in her eyes in the vision, that's a tell. Godolkin's influence isn't just physical, it's psychological. He doesn't just control bodies, he plants fear, he exploits weaknesses, and he's already proven he can control through proxies like Cipher. Meanwhile, let's not forget the emotional chaos off the battlefield. Emma, Sam, and Greg, the love triangle, may seem minor compared to the apocalypse happening downstairs, but it adds a fascinating layer of tension. Emma gravitates toward Greg, yet her history with Sam keeps pulling her back. My take: Sam and Emma have a connection that's deeper than Greg can compete with. But the show is smart. They use this triangle to create emotional stakes, showing that even in the middle of chaos, personal desires and heartbreak still influence decisions. And that brings us back to Marie. Her hero complex isn't just about saving people physically. It's about emotional bonds. She cannot let anyone she cares about be hurt, which is exactly why she falls into Godolkin's trap. Every decision she makes, every healing touch, every power she unleashes, it's a setup. She's the ultimate bait, and the emotional weight makes the reveal hit even harder. A Marie, Kate, and Godolkin. Let's break this down further. Marie's pragmatism versus her instincts is a fascinating paradox. Early in the episode, she's cautious, refusing to trust Kate fully, because she remembers how Kate misused her powers. But when push comes to shove, Marie bends her own rules. She uses her powers to protect her friends, to heal Polarity, and ultimately to heal Godolkin, the very man orchestrating this nightmare. Hero? Yes, hypocrite? Absolutely. But also dangerously unaware. Kate, on the other hand, is walking a tightrope. She's pure at heart, but powerless in Godolkin's eyes. Without her powers, she's a liability. Will she betray Marie to survive? Possibly. Will she stand by her morals? Maybe. That tension between survival instinct and morality is one of the strongest undercurrents of this episode. And Godolkin, where do I even start? Calm, philosophical, and terrifying. He's not just evil, he's strategically evil. Every word, every pause, every manipulation is calculated. He doesn't just want power, he wants dominion over the idea of power itself. Supremacy. Only gods among us. And now, fully healed and in control, he's a threat beyond comprehension,